y'all, it's Betsy, and today I figured we'd do a chit chat. Get ready with me. I haven't done one of these in a while. I don't think. I can't remember what's been filmed and what hasn't. It's been kind of crazy around here lately. And I was going to do a birthday haul today, but I have a couple of packages that are coming in from gift cards that I've received for my birthday. So I figured I would do that once everything came in, because my family likes it whenever they get thanked by my, when I do it on camera, I guess is the best way to say it. So right now I'm just using the Tatcha silk canvas. Now in this lighting you can definitely see what skin issues I'm dealing with, and that is my scar from the staph infection. I do have some of the ordinary, I forget what it's called, but it is like the red peeling solution. It's like an acid for your face coming in, so that way hopefully that will help soften that scar. If you've never used these are the e.l.f. eye tapes, or line and defined eye tapes. They're $3 and there are a bunch in here. They are awesome. So if you like to have like that cat eye look without doing eyeliner and stuff like that, this definitely makes it pretty easy. I think that looks even-ish. But I figured we'd play with some of the, well, not all of it's new, but I figured I'd play with some of the newer makeup I've gotten over the past couple of weeks, because I have actually received a lot of new things that I either need to do a review on or at least talk about, because that's part of the reason why I purchased it. But with the moving of my studio and stuff like that, it's been kind of crazy. This is finally almost done. I have literally been using this forever, and it doesn't ever want to seem to go away. So I'm going to be using the Melt She's in Parties palette. I purchased this because Melt is one of my favorite brands, like of all times. And this is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. So we're just going to apply this. And I really like the quality of this palette. Now, I know sometimes people will complain about, Melt's formula on a few eyeshadow palettes, but all the ones that I have from them, I love. So, the Millennial Pinks is not my favorite, but, it's still usable. Like, there are some brands that are a whole lot more, how do you say it? Their quality is back and forth. Like, you never know what you're going to get. I cannot think of the word that I mean for that. But, Melt is definitely very, goodness gracious, cannot think of the term. So, but I love Melt, and it is definitely the aesthetic of my 90s teenage heart. I was born in '83, so I just turned 37. It feels like I'm getting so old, but with that being said, most of my teen years were in the 90s. So that grungy aesthetic that Melt has is like my favorite, because I was 17 in 2000. So as I said, most of my teenage years were in the 90s. But look how beautifully that's applying. And the gradient on these is amazing. I'm just using right now the shade Last Caress, and the first shade was the Total Immortal shade. And for myself personally, these are the types of colors that work best on my skin tone. Pastels just don't, I don't know. They don't work for me at all. So, let's see. Let's find a brush to apply some of the darkest. I'm going to use the shade Mean Streak, which is like that dark reddy plum. So pretty. Just on the outer half. Love that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, getting the studio moved and all that, I mean, it's been kind of crazy around here. I'm sure everybody else is dealing with the same. I'm just ready for things to go back to normal, if that is ever going to happen. I have no idea, but you know, a girl can hope. I don't know what y'all are doing with your kids for school next year, because like in Texas where we're at, we're gonna have the choice between like homebound, where he'll be able to do, where Cameron will be able to do his work and stuff at home, versus sending him to a classroom. And I think that's the option we're gonna take, because Cameron, with everything that's going on, I would much rather him do it at home, at least for now. There's just too many rising cases, and Cameron gets sick a lot and catches a lot of what goes around. So we don't really want to expose him to that. And on top of that, if he gets exposed, then he exposes me, which then in turn can expose my mother and father-in-law, who are, you know, in their late 60s. And then we've got my husband's grandfather, who is in his late 90s or early 90s. I can't remember for sure. But that's what we've kind of decided. At least until they have a vaccine. And I'm hoping that they have a vaccine soon. But, you know, all that kind of stuff takes time, you know. It takes a while to be able to even get to the human trial stages. There we go. But look how pretty that looks. Just easy peasy. Very, very simple. So I'm just gonna use my Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24 Hour. And I like this foundation. I'm using the darker one today because I don't really have anywhere to go in front of people. Because this covers all my sins. But this definitely oxidizes. And the other color I have definitely works better, but when I'm on camera, well, I mean, you can already see how it's starting to change, but you can't tell when I'm on camera that it is completely the wrong shade, especially once I get it blended in, like down my neck and stuff. Like my tie-dye, we did tie-dye this weekend. My sister-in-law came into town with my niece and my nephew, because, well, I mean, it was everybody's birthday. It's my birthday, my father-in-law's birthday, my husband's birthday. So they came in and we did tie-dye because it was fun. There we go. But look how quickly that just blends out. It's got beautiful coverage. And like, as you can see, now you can't see any of my, where that scar was, my hyperpigmentation. So it works great. Just gonna use some of the Urban Decay concealer. And it sets down too, like it doesn't require powder everywhere. Now, will I use powder everywhere? Probably, because during the summer, like during the winter time, my skin gets so dry. I don't like to use a whole lot of powder, but during the summer, I do, because I sweat and I like to have my makeup stay. Like if I'm gonna take the time to put on makeup, I want it to stay. So I'm just gonna use the Peach Perfect. I've had this forever. I was gonna do an empties video, and I wanna kinda know what y'all think about empties videos, because I don't really watch them, and I was like, I throw away all of my empties, because like, why do I want to film that? But I can start keeping them again. I just, you know, and when you're doing empty, it's like, what products do people want to see? You know, do you want to see just makeup? Because if you want to see just makeup, it'll take me forever to have a video that is worth anything. Because, like, other than like foundation and concealer, I don't go through anything. There we go. See how pretty that looks? Just simple, easy, straight to the point. I'm not going, I'm not going dramatic, but then, you know, the eyes, they are very dramatic, but it's pretty. Butter bronzer. This is in the deep bronze because the light and regular are definitely not dark enough for me. I wish they would come out with some more shades for deeper skin tones, even than mine, but so far they have not. But just a beautiful bronze look. I'm gonna use the same brush to put on some blush. This is the Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy and Champagne blush palette. These are beautiful blushes. I'm gonna use the Sip Sip Hooray. One of my Ulta orders, I ordered some Beauty Bakery products because I hadn't tried it before and I heard such good things, and I was like, well, let's go ahead and order some. I'm just mixing Sip Sip Hooray and Stop and Smell the Rosé for that plummy kind of purpley pink blush, so it goes with what is on my eyes. Smoky Glow, Midas Cosmetics. I'm gonna go into the shade, actually I'm gonna mix Slay and Yes. Beautiful highlight. There we go. Do-do-do. Just such an easy look. I'm fixing to have to go get my eyebrows done again. And you know, we really have tried to avoid going out in public as much as possible through all of this. So, and that always makes me nervous is, you know, someone right in my face. I don't know. But my eyebrows, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know they get bad quick because they're thick. And the problem is I can't have them natural and thick because they're, or at least in my opinion, they're almost too much for my face. I mean, and I guess everybody has their opinions of their brows, but I mean, I don't mind having a thicker brow. I'm definitely not into the 90s brow anymore, but there are some points where I'm like, you know, that just doesn't look good on me. Looks good on other people, not on me. Okay, I'm gonna use that same deep shade. Same brush, the Mean Streak shade. Look how pretty. I don't know. Like for me, this is like the kind of the best look for me. Like this kind of shape, this kind of like deep grungy colors are just my favorite to work with, and I think that they are what suit my skin tone, my eye tone, eye shape, all that the best. I could be wrong, but I mean, you know, that's the thing with makeup is it is subjective, and it is what you like versus what everybody else likes. So I'm gonna take and apply just a tiny bit of Skeleton Kiss in my inner corner. And one thing I have liked doing lately is, like, this is the Urban Decay. This is the Heavy Metal eyeliner. It's just a champagne glitter eyeliner. I just take a little bit and use that as an inner corner highlight. Just the tiniest bit of sparkle. And I really have liked how that's looked. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and spray. Best $12 setting spray. Pretty fresh. I love the mister on it. It's great. Curl our lashes. There we go. Wet n Wild Mega Volume. It's almost empty, thank goodness. And this is not my favorite formula, but you know, especially when you're doing a deep grungy eye look like this, mascara makes a difference, as you can see, but it's not any mascara will work. There we go. Looks good. Now I'm just gonna apply some lip gloss. This is the Pixie and Chloe Morello collab. This is the lip icing in Cake. Such a pretty color. And this is a great formula. So, there you go. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. Now, I would definitely recommend the Melt She's and Parties palette. It is awesome. I mean, look at this eye look. It turned out stunning. But I guess that's it for today. Don't forget to check out all my new videos. I post a new video every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I guess that's it. So we'll see y'all on Wednesday. Bye.